Do you struggle with tight hips? Maybe you spend a good portion of your day seated for work or for school. Today I'm going to share one of the best stretches to open up the hips so that you can stop worrying about your tight glutes and get back to doing the things you love. You'll want to start by bringing your left knee behind your left wrist with the knee angled out towards the edge of the mat outside your hips. You'll also want to slide your right leg back as far as you can, keeping the top of your right foot active and your knee pointing down towards the mat. By setting up this position of the right leg, you should also feel a stretch along the front of that right hip. Keeping my torso nice and tall, you'll notice I'm propped up onto my fingertips. This helps to deepen the stretch of my hip flexors, which are located at the front of the hips. I like to hold this position for about 20 to 30 seconds before sinking down into a deeper stretch for my glutes and my hips on the left side. Now, because for the second part of this stretch, I'm actually leaning forward, this deepens the stretch of the hip extensors and the rotators on the left side and in the glutes, but it actually takes the stretch out of the picture on the right side. So when you're in this lower position, you're not actually getting a hip flexor stretch in the right side. Now, after holding that deeper stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds, we're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side. You'll notice that my right shin isn't stacked underneath my right thigh, but it's actually almost parallel with the front of the mat. This ensures that I'm actually opening up through the right hip and stretching those right glutes. You'll want to ensure that your back leg is also set up on this side the same way that you did on the opposite side, with your foot active and your kneecap facing down towards the mat. Once you feel as though you've gotten a good enough stretch through the front of that left hip, you can deepen the stretch of your right glutes by leaning down onto your forearms. Hold this lower position for about 20 to 30 seconds for this right leg. You might notice that there are a few differences in your flexibility between one hip or the other, and that's perfectly normal. For me, my right side always seems to be a little bit tighter. Let me know in the comments below if you found that you had one hip that was a little bit more stiff or whether you found them both to be about the same. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button, be sure to subscribe, and hit the bell so that you can be notified every single time I post a new video. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay well.